Coming celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Come on now. Bomber. Yeah, I don't know whose bomber that is. That's a Ben Jacobs bomber. And I told you, Ben Jacobs has been kind of shaky recently, even though, you get me, he's got a few right with the Saudis and all of that, but mate, he's not always reliable. And he said that we bidded for MBUEMO a few times. You get me? Before. He said, yeah, we put a bid in. Before, that's what he said. We've put a bid in 2 times already before, and it never came true. But yeah, man, like you've seen, bruv, MBUEMO, it's looking like it's gonna happen now. Yeah, it's finally looking like it's gonna be done. The bids are in. The big dogs have confirmed. You understand? Ben Jacobs stepped out. You get it at 7 o'clock on the dot, literally, just under 2 hours ago, and said, "Yo, understand? Man United have now improved their offer for Bryan MBUEMO to over 60 million as a package. By the way, I don't think it's 60 million like just for him. I think it's like a package, like 55 plus 10 or something like that. But talks have accelerated in the past few days and will continue this week. So yeah, it's not done yet, but it's looking very, very likely. You get me? It's looking very promising. And then we had my dog Sully. I told you that about Sully, you know. You see Sully? Them man there, proper reliable. And he come out and said, after Ben Jacobs, Man United set to submit a second bid for Bryan MBUEMO, Brentford region, for 60 million. And MBUEMO has always wanted United and has been pushing for weeks. Ruben Amorim would ideally like to have him for pre-season. Pre-season starts in 26 days. Remember that. 26 days pre-season starts. So we need to be getting these signings now so that we can bed them in. Remember, everyone's back in Carrington, and I think in like a week or something like that. I can't remember. But pre-season is in 26 days, bro. So, yeah, man. This is promising. It's finally happened. We've been hearing beer talk. Tottenham's going to hijack. Tottenham's putting a 70 million bid. Blah, blah, blah. Just bare was. And now it's just coming out by the big dogs. Even Nathan Salt is kind of reliable still. And even he's come out and spoke about it and said, yo, understand, a second bid has gone in tonight for Bryan MBUEMO after Ben Jacobs and Alex Crook. Total package in excess of 60 million. So it'll probably be like 65 million, 55 million plus 10 or something like that. It's not going to be 60 million outright. And we'll probably pay it in installments as well. You get me? Slowly. So yeah, man, United keen to wrap him up and have him in pre-season. We're trying to have these players in pre-season, bed the ideas in. No excuse. By the time we've started, it's not he doesn't understand the system. He didn't play. No. Get all these guys in from now. Konya and MBUEMO. Start selling some of these players. Get a striker. Pre-season. Go bananas. And then bam, we're ready. We're ready for the Prem. We can't have a season like we had last year. No way. Not even last year. Last season. Just finished. So yeah, man, it's looking promising, like you can see, man. Sully's proper reliable, man. When Sully talks, you listen. He don't come out and talk for no reason. And he's come out and said, yo, the bid's gone in. Ben Jacobs just come out and said, yo, the bid's gone in. Nathan Salt's come out and said, yo, the bid's gone in. And even Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs have said, Man United have agreed personal terms with MBUEMO. Obviously, it came out ages ago that we've agreed personal terms. From Fabrizio Romano, the top dog. He already said to us ages ago that we've agreed personal terms. But it's just nice to hear it from other people. You get me? He's always wanted United. We've been hearing about Tottenham and all of this bull. It's crap. It's not happening. It was never happening. So yeah, man, this is promising, man. This is very promising. We've had a week where we're hearing Onana's going to stay. Højlund wants to stay. Blah, blah, blah. And then now, something finally promising. Do you understand? Someone that's going to go straight into the 11. Obviously, we got a done deal earlier on, one of the young boys. But now it's proper, someone that he can change our season. And this is a top player. For those that are not really too familiar with MBUEMO, let me show you a few of his stats. Yeah? MBUEMO just scored 1 league goal, fewer than Man United's whole attack last season. He scored 20 goals and we scored 21. This is what we're dealing with. Look at him and Cunha's stats put together. Look at them together. Cunha played 33 games and scored 15 goals and assisted 6. And MBUEMO played 38 games. That's 38 games in a Premier League season. He played every single game. This is the availability we're dealing with. He scored 20 goals and 8 assists. I think he was 4th in the goals for the league. 20 goals. I think he was 4th or something like that. This is what I'm saying. This is what we're dealing with, man. What's that there? Added up together. That's 35 goals together. 35 goals. Come on, bro. 14 assists. Madness. We're getting some ballers, man. We're finally doing some Prem proven players, man. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're on. So, yeah, man, hopefully they accept the bids and then we could just, boom, move on. United, I want to Osimhen and MBUEMO, Emi Martinez, Richard Rios, Rooney Bardigi, whatever his name is, Wesley, Vinicius. Bro, your FIFA team is the maddest team. I tell you this every day, bro. You must have the maddest, the best FIFA team ever, Temizgan. Best. Every day you come here with a mad FIFA team, bro. But yeah, man, MBUEMO, man, very promising, man. Let's see some more of these stats, man. Look at these stats, bro. Look at this geezer. He played against Liverpool. This is home and away. Remember that, yeah? This is not just one time. Home and away. He played against Liverpool, didn't score. Arsenal scored. City didn't score. Chelsea scored. 2 against Newcastle, 1 assist. Didn't score against Villa or Forest. Scored against Brighton, 2 goals, an assist. 2 assists, Bournemouth. Brentford, he can't score against his old team. Fulham, Crystal Palace, Everton didn't score. West Ham scored. Man United assist. Wolves scored 2 goals. Tottenham scored. Scored against Leicester and an assist. Scored 2 goals against Ipswich and an assist. Scored 4 goals against Southampton and an assist. Why am I showing you this graph? Because I'm showing you that he can play against any sort of teams. He just didn't score against 5 teams last season. 5 teams in the Prem. He can play against the big teams and score goals. He can play against the counter-attack teams and the small teams that just defend. It doesn't matter who he's playing against. He's scoring goals. So, come on, man. These are the players we need, man. He creates a lot of chances. He scores goals. He's a bargain, bro. Him and Cunha, they're only gonna bolster our attack. Look at what we've been dealing with Garnacho and Hoyt. Oh, mate. I don't even want to give you lot PTSD about last season. The amount of chances we had and missed. And come on, man. So to be going there now and getting some proper Premier League proven players, you got to give it to them, man. You understand? We could have been doing this project thing, what Chelsea's doing, and just saying, oh, we're going to go and get a 19-year-old from Switzerland or something. Nah, bro. They said we're going to come out here and we're going to go and buy a proper player from the Prem that's proven himself in the Prem, that's got the good stats in the Prem. Do you understand? So hopefully we can wrap this one up, man. For you that don't know what's happened, we've got a mad bid that's come in, £60 million for Brian MBUEMO. Ben Jacobs has approved it and spoke about it. He broke the news on TalkSport with Alex Crook. And then we had Sully, which is one of the main Man United accounts. When he talks, you listen. You understand? He don't really come out a lot and say things. When he does say things, it's more or less true. And then you had Nathan Salt that came out and said the same thing. That second bid has gone in tonight for Brian MBUEMO. That is, listen, this is positive, man. This is big, man, because it stalled for a little bit. It could have went left. The talks could have collapsed. Anything could have happened. There was rumours about Tottenham bidding. There was so much going on that anything could have happened. Man United could have walked away. Brentford could have said, no, we're not doing a deal. He could have turned around and said, you know what, I'll go to Tottenham instead because Thomas Frank's there. It didn't collapse, bro. Do you understand? So now we've put the bid in. We've been talking to them for 2 weeks. So the fact we put the bid in now, obviously, surely they have to accept it or they're going to accept it because we've been talking for 2 weeks. There wouldn't be no point of us talking for 2 weeks unless we're trying to get to some understanding of what they're going to accept. They was asking for 70 million. We put in a bid for like 45 or something. So obviously now we must have come to some middle ground to say, all right, this is going to make sense. It's going to be 60 million as a package, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you 50 million and 10 or whatever, 55 and 10, 65 million, like whatever, as a package, add-ons. Because what they're doing, chatting for 2 weeks for, unless that's what's happening. So they have to accept this, surely. And if they don't accept this, I think we will walk away. So hopefully it just goes through. And if they don't accept this, they're taking the piss because they've already said they want Cunha money. They saw what we paid for Cunha. They used that as a stool and said, yeah, we want the same money as Cunha. So, yeah, man, the fact that they've said that, obviously, we're giving that money. So in the region of 60 million, Brian and Mbeumo to over 60 million, and Ben Jacobs said over 60 million. So Cunha went for 62.5 million. So what's that going to be? 61, 62, 63? It's the same thing, Cunha money. Surely it gets accepted, man, and we can move on. We wrap that up. He's in pre-season. We got Cunha and Mbeumo, that's 2. Go for a striker. Start pushing some of these players out. Garnacho, Sancho, Rashford. Who's the other one? Anthony's looking like he's going to go to Real Betis. That's looking like it's in the pipeline. And obviously, I've got some news for you about Casemiro as well. So that could go through. You know what I mean? So it's looking kind of positive, man. It's been a positive day, man. Hit the likes, man. Whoever's in here, man. Hit the likes, man. You get it? We do this every day, 3 times a day. We're giving you all the Man United news. No one ain't doing it like this, man. And when we're going to be a top signing. Don't want Nkunku, though. Rather take Caicedo. I don't think they'll sell Caicedo, man. And he cost what, 115 mil? How much did Caicedo cost? 115. Yeah, he was the Premier League record. So I don't think they'll sell Caicedo, and he's happy over there anyway. You get it? Caicedo's happy still, but yeah, bro, man. Hopefully, man, it's a bid, innit? We've bidded, bro. We're going with confidence, so we should get this done. If they say no, I think Mbeumo will be angry himself. They've asked for Cunha money. We've bidded over 60 million. Cunha went for 62.5. Even if we just said 60 and cut it there, come on, you have to say yes anyway. The man's got 1 year left on his contract, plus an option to do another year. So it's technically 2 years, but still. Cunha just signed a new deal. We shouldn't even be giving him Cunha money, really. But because of his quality and what he's done, you got to respect it and say, you know what, we want the player. They don't need to sell him. He's not coming out saying, I want to leave. So we got to pay what they want to pay. But they tried to do this bump thing. When they heard Man United's coming in, they said, yeah, we want 70 million. They went mad. So that's why we've been talking for 2 weeks and saying, yo, let's come to some middle ground. And then there must be some confidence for them to launch that bidding today. Why would they launch it in today? They've been talking for 2 weeks. So surely they've come to some middle ground to say, you know what? Let's meet on this middle ground, and then bam, we're going to launch it. I doubt they're going to go and put 70 mil, because you would have heard that it's over 70 million or 70 million. That's what Brentford wanted. So clearly they've come to some middle ground, man. So we're going to find out what happens, man, if they accept it or not. Hopefully they do. I can't see them not accepting it. That will probably piss off Mbeumo if they don't accept it. He's already agreed terms with us, personal terms. Like, come on, you're taking the piss now if you don't accept it. So yeah, you've got your Cunha money. Let's just see what happens now. But this is 3 reliable sources. Ben Jacobs broke the news. He's been reliable this summer. Sully talks, certified. And Nathan Soul, he's reliable as well. You get it? And they've all come out and basically said the same thing. Yo, after Ben Jacobs, it is true. The bid has gone in tonight. So the bid's gone in. We're going to see what happens. And yeah, this is an exciting one still. You understand? So big up the boy Mbeumo for holding tight. There's been all this talks. Oh, he's going to go Tottenham. He said no. He's always wanted United. Same thing with Cunha. Cunha could have went Arsenal in January and all of these places. Newcastle wanted him. He said no. I want United. Yeah? These players want United. So come on, man. They can only come and switch it up. They must be coming for a reason. Take the top and make it theirs. None of this paycheck thing, 300k, Sancho's, and nah, forget all that. We got other news here anyway. I'm going to get into the other news. I'll spin back on this one here later. Hopefully the bid goes through. Chelsea and Man United weigh up deals for Nkunku and Garnacho to move in opposite directions. Chelsea also still in talks over Gittins from Borussia Dortmund. meeting expected to take place in US during the Club World Cup, which is on right now. That's at 7:39 that came out, yeah? So literally about not even 2 hours ago. And yeah, literally, Nkunku, we've been linked with him a few times. I'll be real. And look, that came out earlier as well. Sorry, my bad. We made contact with his representatives, his agents, etc. And that's what Tanzilic said earlier. Look at the time. At 4 o'clock today, Tanzilic come out talking about we've made contact with Nkunku. And we were just like, whatever, man. This guy's gassing. If you look at the comments, they're like, yeah, whatever, fake source, blah, blah, blah. And then Matt Law, who is Chelsea's main journalist, he only talks about Chelsea. That's his thing. That's their main journalist. He sat there and said, we're weighing up a move to do a swap deal with Nacho and Nkunku. Let me be real with you lot. And Nkunku, I ain't seen him do that balloon thing, that balloon celebration in about 6 months, bro. And he plays in the Conference League against farmers and plumbers. I ain't seen him do that celebration in about 6 months. So I don't know what's going on with him. He's not making it happen over there. And he reminds me too much of like what Xerxes on. He's a come to the ball type of player. He's not a proper number 9. Everyone we've been linked with is proper number 9s. Delap, Mateta, Osman. Who's that? Mason Mount not planning to leave despite reports. Yeah, cool. But yeah, Osman, Gyökeres. Who else is there we've been linked with? Delap and Mateta. All 4 of them are strong. They bully defenders. Box, put them in a box, they'll score goals. Or you get it, they want to score goals in the box. And Nkunku's never in the box. You know what I'm saying? That's why they've gone and bought another striker. That's why they've gone and bought Delap. Because Nkunku don't play like that. So they've got Jackson, who kind of plays a bit like that, but he's just, yeah, he misses a lot of chances. Nkunku's like he can play as a 10. If we're getting MBUEMO and Cunha, and let me break this down. Who can play as a 10 for Man United? Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, MBUEMO, Cunha, Mainu, and who else is there that can play? That's 5 players alone anyway, and we've only got 1 competition a week. So 5 players for somewhere that's only got 2 spots. Come on, man. You're going to go buy Nkunku and have, 6 players. Remember, Xerxes can play there as well, but they didn't count him. But look at that. So I don't think that we're in for him. Yeah, he's too similar to Xerxes. I can't see that happening, bro. You get it? I can't see that happening. Fabrizio right now says, Mason Mount not planning to leave Man United despite reports in recent hours. He's focusing on staying fit, do pre-season work at his best, and stay to work full season with Ruben. Yeah, bro. People just come out and say whatever, man. Mason Mount was never going to leave. Ruben likes him, and he's been injured a bit too much. So I think this season, though, is do or die for him. If he doesn't stay fit this season and give it his all, remember, he's going to be coming off the bench now. We've got our 2 10s. So we're not even relying on him like that. Because you got to remember the Europa League final, he was a passenger. That's why Garnacho came out and he was moving so mad, because he was a passenger. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Like, raw, I came on, like, I didn't, the whole time I've helped us get to this team. He was talking about himself a bit too much, but he was angry because Mason Mount didn't do nothing, and he's basically didn't get that much time. But that was wrong anyway. He shouldn't have came out and spoke. But still, Mason Mount can't have them performances. He has to come off the bench or whatever he's going to do, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and move mad. Actually come and do what he's got to do. Do you understand? He needs to give us that depth that we can have Cunha and MBUEMO doing what they're doing. They get to the 70th minute, put on Mount, put on whoever, Mainu, whoever, and they move crazy as well, where it's like, rah, I can't get a rest. Mount's banging. You know what I'm trying to say? He's doing what he needs to do. If he doesn't have that season, I reckon he's in trouble. Or if he gets injured a lot, he's in trouble. I think it's do or die next season for Mason Mount. Like, all of this, he's been inconsistent. It's not been his fault, innit? He's getting injured, but still, it's like, they're going to look at you and say, rah, it's long. Look at Luke Shaw. If Luke Shaw stayed fit all these years, he might have been the left back that England thought they were getting. But he's been acting up, you get me? So yeah, Mason Mount's nowhere. He's not going nowhere anyway. But what do you not think about this Nkunku stuff, man? Obviously, you've already said MBUEMO will be a top signing, but you don't want Nkunku. What do you not think about Nkunku, man? Nkunku too similar to Xerxes. Yeah, that's what I said, bro. It's like, I said the same thing. But it looks like we've contacted him for real because Tanzilic came out. Look at the time. I always keep the time at the bottom for you lot, so you lot understand what the difference between journalists. They're in different countries, and you understand if it's real or not. Because we've got a journalist in, I don't know where Tanzilic is from, but he's not from England, and he's saying that at 4 o'clock today. And then you've got Matt Law, who is the main Chelsea journalist. Majority of Chelsea's news go through Matt Law. So he's very reliable for Chelsea news. And he's come out and saying, we're talking about weighing up a swap deal. And remember, this came up last year. This swap deal talk, you know. Do you understand? So this ain't nothing new. This has been coming up. It came up last year. It might have came up in January. I can't remember. But it came up last year. It was trying to get, last year. When all that Mateus Tell stuff was happening, it was Nkunku, Tell, Leon Bailey got linked to us, stuff like that. Like, it was going mad. It was getting linked with everyone. But, yeah, man. So, it's interesting to see what happens with that, man. Hi there. We need Cunha and MBUEMO and Mateta. They scored 49 goals last season. Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. Let me go back to the stats to show some of you that I've missed it. Cunha and MBUEMO. Look at them together. What they've done. MBUEMO alone scored 20 goals and our whole attack scored 21. So our front four scored 21 goals and MBUEMO scored 20. That's just one man. So imagine having him now and then having Cunha next to him and a proper striker. Mateta will be deadly, but Mateta's signing a new deal apparently and he wants to stay at Palace. He wants to play Europe with them. So I don't know how it's going to work, man. But I would love to have Mateta at Man United. Do you understand? He's showing that he can do what he can do in the Prem. And this is the same system that more or less Palace play. Free. Do you know what I'm saying? The two behind the striker. So it will suit him. All of them are kind of going to the new system that they kind of play in. Because MBUEMO sometimes plays as an inside forward. Him, Wissar, or him and Sada, or whatever, like. Norgard's and whatever, Damsgaard, sorry. So Cunha plays as a 10 in this system. Sometimes he plays striker for Wolves when Strand Larsen's not about or whatever, but he's a 10. So all of them, even Mateta, they're already kind of in this system. They know it already in the Prem. It's not like they know it in the Italian league or something like that. They already know this in the Prem. So that would be that's a good free. That's a good front three. That front three, havoc. And we need someone like Mateta. We need more players with aerially as well. Someone like Mateta can header. Like, we need some of that. Like, who can header the ball for Man United? I say this all the time. Well, the only three people that I've got faith in heading the ball is Maguire, De Ligt, and Casemiro. Maguire and De Ligt, they've never played together. It's always one or the other. Casemiro's meant to be leaving. Or he's not going to play this season as much because last season it's like Ruben just said, you know what, I understand. Let me just get a bit more defensive. I'm going to put someone next to him. He stopped playing his own way because we were getting run through. So now he might, I'm not even doing this Casemiro thing. You stay on the bench. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Then who's going to head of the ball? If we got a corner to score from, who are you going to have faith on? That's why Maguire's going up front for the last 10 minutes of every game because our striker can't header. We've got no one. So we just launched the ball in the box and no one's even there to header it or anything. So we need some aerial dominance. We get a new centre-back that's tall and that can header the ball. We get a good midfielder. Let's just say we got Onana from Villa. He put him in the midfield. He can header the ball and he's strong, athletic. That's his position. You got Branthwaite from Everton. And then you went and got Osimhen or Mateta. Bruv, you've put so much height into that team. You add that to Maguire or De Ligt, and bruv, it's scary. Look how much things we conceded, set pieces. Balls coming in. Southampton came to Old Trafford. The stats came up. Southampton are the only team in the Prem not to score a set piece, and then it showed Man United have conceded the most set pieces. Bam, they scored a set piece. You couldn't write it. So this is what I'm saying, because we got no one. We're just small. And remember, look, Mbeumo's tiny as well, you know. He's not the tallest player in the world. Bruno, tiny. Ahmad. We ain't got a really big squad, man. So I feel like the next players to come in, we've got to have a proper striker, big striker. He's a bully. He can bully players. He can head to the ball. Someone like Osimhen would have been my number one. But I wouldn't mind Mateta. Get a defender next season and a midfielder. Just add some height into the team, man. Do you understand? Like, I remember we played Arsenal. We went and played Arsenal. We were playing well. The first time we played them with Ruben. And then they just beat us by 2 set pieces quickly. And Timber scored one. Timber. You know how small Timber is? Crazy, bro. These three will tear. Yeah, man. Bro, people will be scared. What? And Mbeumo, Cunha, and Mateta. Long day. It's long. And then you got Bruno behind them trying to... Ahmad on the wing. Oh, bro. It's long. It's long. Scary. Mateta around 40 million. And another 30 million we can get a goalkeeper. I heard that Mateta is not even 40 million, you know. James from the Muppeteers, he's very reliable for Man United News. He said, listen, it's all gas. Like, people are saying 40 million. Palace want more. And they're trying to extend his contract now. So he might do the thing that Cunha done. When, say we do really want him and we go in, he might do this where he extends his contract and then the release clause is 65 million. Do you get it? So he adds that into the contract. Palace will add it in. So you can go, but we're going to add 65 million in your contract so we get our money. And then obviously they're showing him love. That's the team that's brought him through. He might say, all right, no problem. Out of love, I'll do that. That's what Cunha done. Cunha was about to leave. January, he signed a new contract. And they basically said, all right, cool. We're going to put this release clause on your thing. And then you can go. No problem. And that's what happened. Do you understand? So Mateta could do that. I heard he's not 40 million. It's not going to be 40 million. It's going to be very expensive. That's what James from the Muppeteer said, and he's reliable for Man United News as well. So, because we would have went for him by now. I was sitting there thinking, why have we not gone for him? If we're not going for... Osimhen's not about... Gyökeres is waiting for Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it only makes sense. The lap rejected us. It only makes sense to go for Mateta. But we ain't been in for him. I've seen little rumours, but they've been little rumours. Nothing special. So, yeah, man, that's where we're at, man. Hopefully we go out there and get Mateta. I see a few striker links. Moise Kean and Kolo Muani. I don't think they're Ruben strikers. Like I just said to you, Delap, Gyökeres, Osimhen, and Mateta are all 4 bullies. Like, they bully defenders. They put them on their toes. Like, they really... You got Moise Kean and these guys. They're not... I can't see them. I think they're like loans. If it goes left and we don't get no one... You know what? We'll bring in one of these loans. They're like backup options. You know them ones? That's what I think they are. I'll put them on now. I'll show you the reports about them. I don't know how true they are. But it came up from L'Equipe. And that's a French source. And it's just saying Rando Kolo Muani. Because remember, he's a PSG player, innit? But he's on loan to Juventus. So he's just saying that we're interested in him. That came out this all came out yesterday, by the way. I'm just showing you. So this is other striker targets. Moise Kean. I don't think this is real. Either we're just our names getting thrown in it, or it's just last resort. We'll get one of them on loan just to have someone, because they don't believe in Højlund that much. That let's just get somebody there. You know them ones. Somebody. Anyone would do a better job than him, type of thing. So I think we're linked. It says Chelsea's open talks with PSG. I've not heard nothing about that today. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't come out from no sources. That Matt Law that spoke about the Nkunku Garnacho, he ain't said nothing, and he's the main Chelsea source. So this is 2 striker links I've heard about. I ain't heard about no Mateta, even though I would love to. But yeah, this is the one that's come out today. It's about Nkunku. I think Nkunku is very similar to Xerxes. So I don't think this would even happen. I think unless he's going to come and play a 10, which is mad. We've got so much man that can play 10. It wouldn't even make sense. And even when I was saying all the players that can play 10, I didn't even say Ahmad's name. Ahmad, Mount, Mainu, Xerxes. Who else is there that can play 10? Bruno. That's 5 players already. And I'm not even including MBUEMO and Cunha. So that's 7 in total that can play as a 10. We're going to go on by another player, make it 8, and we got 1 competition a week. Come on, man. Loads of players are going to be unhappy. So I feel like we've got to get rid of some players to switch it up. We still got Garnacho, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford to go. So surely when we've got rid of a few of them, we can start making a bit more moves. What about the Bournemouth striker? Do you rate him? Who's you talking about? Evan Nielsen? Nah. I don't think he's a proper 9, man. Like what I'm talking about. Like we need a proper number 9. You see, look at like Harry Kane, yeah? Tottenham were rubbish. And they'll just put the ball in the box, 80th minute, and he'll score a goal and bail them out of anything. He'll win them the game from nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Someone like Osimhen and that, you just put the ball in the box and he just scores a header out of nowhere. It could be a dead game, anything. Or he just muscles the defender, scores. That's what we need. Someone that could just make something happen randomly as a 9. That's what I'm talking about. That's my 9s. Evan Nielsen, I can't see him doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see him going up against. Obviously, he's one thing about him. He's got good movement. He's got a lot of good movement still. But I don't rate him as a striker, as a 9, like a proper 9. Like he's gonna bully defenders. They know it's a long day for them. Do you understand? Then no one ain't seeing Evan Nielsen and saying, "Oh, it's a long day, man." Or the night before having a nightmare, like, "Oh, I got Evan Nielsen tomorrow." I don't think that's happening. You got the Matetas and the Osimhens, the Gyökeres. I think they're giving man nightmares just before, like, yo, this is long. What am I going to do to stop him? They're watching videos and all of that. And then we got this report about Casemiro. Al Nassr, who is Ronaldo's team, are close to signing Casemiro. Negotiations are at an advanced stage. Obviously, man don't know who this is. As soon as it came out, I literally took a screenshot, boom. But I don't know who he is. So I don't know if it's true or not. But they're more likely to know before anyone else does in Saudi. Obviously, that Sport Jazeera is in Saudi. So if it's true, we'll probably find out more by tomorrow if it's true or not. But they're more likely to know quick before the big journalists here know. That's what it starts from. It always starts from little journalists and then it will get over here, especially when it's in a different country. When it's in England and that, the big journalists might pick up straight away. But when it's in these different countries, Portugal, etc., you get these little ones that will just say little things and you think, whatever, man, what's he talking about? And then bam, give it 5-6 hours later, it starts coming out from everywhere. And that's what I mean about this Tanzilic guy. He just put that out at 4 o'clock. Look at the date at the bottom and the time. 4 o'clock he put that out. Man United have contacted Nkunku. And I'm just like, whatever, man. You get it? I'm not even thinking nothing of it. And then Matt Law, the biggest Chelsea journalist, comes out literally about 2 hours ago and says, yeah, they're looking at a swap deal with Garnacho. You get what I'm going to say? So this is what I'm saying. You got to have time for everyone. Because someone might say something. You think, whatever, man. I've never heard of them. Leave them. And then someone else will say it 5 hours later. So everyone starts from somewhere, innit? And everyone builds their career. You get me? So it's mad. So yeah, that's the situation with Casemiro. It says he's close to signing with Ronaldo and that. But hopefully that can be true. Because that's the only place that's going to pay Casemiro a bag. Nowhere else is going to do it. Johnny Evans is staying at Man United after agreeing a new role. Evans will look after youth loans, helping place players at clubs, offering them support through process. So it's just basically Evans is staying. He's not leaving. He's basically retired, isn't it? He's retired and this is his new role now. Jadon Sancho, there's been serious progress with Fenerbahce. Man United closer to seeing the back of him. Blah, blah, blah. So that's what's going on. It's just saying Man United players will return for pre-season training at Carrington on the week of July the 7th, starting with medicals before full sessions. So basically, 7th of July onwards, they're starting to train for it, and then they're going to go pre-season. Pre-season starts in 26 days. So literally 26 days pre-season starts, but that's when they're going to start training for it. So yeah, we want to get all our signings in, sorted. They're there. No long thing, etc. So hopefully this bid gets confirmed. No dilly-dally. We're all good. Harley, Emsden, James. Done deal for Man United. Sully, so reliable. Every time this guy speaks, you have to listen. He doesn't speak much, but when he does, it's always just a bomb. This guy signed. Bam. So yeah, this shoots young. He's 17. We have to give them £1 million for compensation because of his age. But this is what I'm saying. I was there when we signed Aiden Heaven I'm sure all of us in the chat never thought anything of him. We thought a young boy is going to go to the under 18s. He might end up being a guy that comes to the first team as well. Who knows? They've been getting all these little gems for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. We've got a few of them now. Chido, Obi, Sekou Kone, Aiden Heaven, Diego Leon. So we've got like 5 players, and we've not even spent 10 million on 5 players. And they've all, for their age, they're meant to be ballers. Like it says here, future ballers. So this is before he even signed. He is very intriguing ball playing centre back. He's extremely composed, always a step ahead, and delivers excellent passes with both feet. So yeah, I see a little comp of him. He looks all right, but there's not loads of comps because obviously he's young, so he hasn't played, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of football. So yeah, this is a new gem. Just wanted to show everyone it's done, more or less. It came out today about Fenerbahce and Jadon Sancho, but then it got reported that basically Sancho has told Man United that he wants his whole wage covered. And this is what's holding up a lot of deals for Sancho, is that he doesn't want to drop his wage. He's on 300k a week, apparently, and Napoli don't want to pay the wage. The Napoli president came out and literally said, we are not going to pay Sancho's wage. I don't understand why he came out and said that. Maybe he's saying deals off, because if you're negotiating with Sancho's agent, why don't you just say that to them? Like, yeah, we're not going to pay that wage, bro. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Fix up. But he's come out, and I don't know if he said it on TV or what, but it's getting quoted everywhere, that the Napoli sporting director said, we are not paying the wage that Sancho is requesting. So that seems like it might be a myth. Napoli's got the best project in Italy. They want you. They said they're ready to pay the 25 million, but he doesn't want to drop his wage. I don't know what he's on. And then it came out early. Oh, sorry. Let me talk about the last bit where it says basically, apparently Juventus want to do a swap deal, Douglas Luiz or Vlahovic for Sancho. Vlahovic, I ain't heard his name in about 2-3 years, and he's on 300k. So I don't know if we're going to go for him. Douglas Luiz, I'll take him, but I ain't heard nothing more concrete apart from that. So let's look out for that. Then we got the boy Gyökeres. Remember, Gyökeres is meant to be like the backup to Sesko. But if they go for Gyökeres instead, then we're finished, basically. This is the only striker left that we can possibly go for out of our shortlist. Because as you can tell, we're not really linked to no one else. We've been linked to Ekitike, but not really. So, and he's too much anyway. 63 million, 180, it keeps going up. So basically, Arsenal, it's being said that Arsenal are ready to submit a bid for Gyökeres. Arteta's eager to have him in pre-season tour. The Mirror, who I don't really trust, to be honest, because they said that Brian Mbeumo, there was a 70 million bid for Mbeumo from Tottenham, which never turned out to be true. So I take the Mirror with a pinch of salt. But then again, when something gets said and then it adds up from other places, that's when it's like, okay, you get it. So the Mirror's come out and said 70 million bid for Sesko. They want to back out of that because his wages are too high. And then CM Journal comes out and says, Arteta wants Gyökeres to be done and for him to be in the pre-season. Victor Gyökeres is now close to joining Arsenal, but Sesko's wage demand is considered excessive. So when you look at all of that and pull it together, and I've got the date and the time of all of these, like I say to you, everything is today. This is the Daily Man United show. So I talk about what's happened on the day. So the fact that all of this has come out today, it's not like one was last week or 3 days. No, it's all come out today. And all 4 of them are different journalists. That's where it's like, oh, is it true or not? 3 of them are in Portugal and 1's in England, the Mirror. That's why it's a bit weird. 2 of them are talking about his wage demands, and the other 2 are talking about pre-season, literally. So I'm like, maybe they do want Gyökeres. Maybe it is true. Do you understand? So if they submit a bid, Gyökeres has already said he prefers them. He's going to go there. If they don't, I'm sure we're the next ones to go for him because he wants to come to the Prem. And Fabrizio's been backtracking, keeps saying, yeah, he hasn't dissed Man United. He hasn't rejected them. He's just said that his preference is Arsenal because of the Champions League, and Man United respect that. So that's where we're at right now with this situation. The only reason I'm reporting, I only report Man United news, is because obviously if they go for him and they really do bid for him, then we're finished. Like, I don't know who we're going to go and get, because this is the last person on our shortlist that's been confirmed that we're looking at is Gyökeres. And we've kind of said we're going to wait to see what happens with this. So if they don't go for Sesko and they go for Gyökeres, which it seems like they're doing with all these reports, then I don't know what we're going to do, mate. Yeah, I've got a few striker options, but I don't think that's solidified. Sorry. I'm going to show you that now. Rando Kolo Muani. He was not a proper number 9. He's all right, but I think this will be more of a loan. And then you got Moise Kean. That's the striker options that are coming from Italy and France. And that all came out yesterday on the 22nd. Nothing ain't materialized. I heard nothing about it today. So I don't know if it's true or not. But that's the only other strikers that there will be. If the Gyökeres one was to go off, it'll be this, Ekitike, and I don't know who else. Hopefully we don't go for no other project players where we go for a 19-year-old from wherever or something. We go for a proper striker. So, yeah, it's a weird one, man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, and that's the situation. But the big news today is about MBUEMO. We've made the 60 million bid. 3 sources have said it. Sully, very, very reliable. Ben Jacobs, and he said it on TalkSport as well, which is Alex Crook's thing. And then we had Nathan Salt. The personal terms already agreed. And yeah, hopefully this gets over the line. They wanted Cunha money, which was 62.5 million. We gave them 60 million plus. It's saying over 60 million. So it's nearby and close. We'll probably find out by tomorrow or maybe tonight if it's been accepted or not. But if this does not get accepted after they've been talking for 2 weeks, I think they're gonna walk away. Literally, because that's what they've done with Brantford. They put in a bid, spoke to them a little bit, put in a second bid. They still was asking for 75 million for Brantford. We walked away. And that's one thing the old regime never done, is walk away when it got too high. They always just carried on going and going and going. We bought Harry Maguire for 80 million, Anthony 85 million or 80, whatever it was, Højlund 72. It's crazy. They never walked away when it was time where it's getting too high, we're out of here. So I think they're going to set a precedent, but hopefully they don't get to that. Brentford just see it. It's 60 whatever mil. You know what? And MBUEMO wants to go. Let's just take it. Because imagine MBUEMO, he's already said, I want to go Man United. That's my preference. And you're holding him for ransom now. And they've kind of bidded what you want. You said you want Cunha money. We've bidded the Cunha money. You have to let me go now. If you don't let me go, you're kind of taking the piss. So I think this one's going to happen. We're going to have to see tomorrow. Hopefully it goes through. We wake up and it's done. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm here 3 times a day, every day. So make sure you subscribe, man, and you stay around. We do Matchday Vlogs. Once the game's back, you'll see the Matchday Vlogs and everything. Obviously, there's no games right now. It's pre-season, whatever. So every day we're giving you the news on everything Manchester United. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. And yeah, man, I'll see you all in a bit. Everyone have a good night. And yeah, bless up.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more